When many are told to think about Mel Brooks, they think of his musical and movie The Producers, or they think about his short skit The 2,000-Year-Old Man, but many never know that his ideas and his humor came from his time in World War II in the 1,104th Engineer Combat Battalion, where he realized that basic human nature focused on love and on money. He also noticed how racist the world truly is. He decided to poke fun and became one of the most influential comedians of the 20th century. Mel Brooks was able to use his power as a Renaissance man, a jack of all trades in the performing arts world, to take a stand against racism and to show how love and money are factors that rule the world. Mel Brooks was 17 when he enrolled in the Army Reserve and then entered into World War II at the age of 18 as part of the 1,104th Engineer Combat Battalion. One of his first days on the front, he heard the Germans singing some songs, so he decided to sing Al Jolson's Toot Toot Tootsie at the top of his lungs, and both sides cheered for his rendition of the song. If this doesn't describe Mel Brooks to a T, then I don't know what else does. Mel Brooks' career started right after he came back from World War II. He started off as a writer working for Sid Caesars and as part of many of his shows in the late 1940s to early 1950s. He even became Carl Reiner's inspiration for Maury Amsterdam's character on The Dick Van Dyke Show. This was the beginning of Brooks and Reiner's relationship. In The 2,000-Year-Old Man, Carl Reiner played a straight-laced reporter who challenged Mel Brooks' character, the 2,000-year-old man, to remember significant moments from his past, such as Jesus' reawakening. The show challenged Brooks to become a man who was driven to live by women and by money. The show was an ultimate success. After the success of The 2,000-Year-Old Man, he was very anxious to start The Producers. Starring Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder, he was able to create a show that did exactly what Hitler did to the Jews. With songs like Springtime for Hitler and Prisoners of Love, he was able to completely destroy racism by comedy, while still picking fun at love with gorgeous women falling in love with a hopeless schmuck. When it was created as a musical in 2001, Brooks wrote all of the music to complement the entire movie and was able to develop characters that everyone would either love to hate or love to laugh at. Songs like Der Guten Tag Hopkop and Haben Sie Deutschland Band were able to make fun of everything that Hitler and his Germany stood for in a very hysterical and enjoyable manner. His next work was The 12 Chairs, which takes a man through his journey after his mother-in-law's death and her hidden fortune. Driven by a younger man, he becomes consumed by money he can find in one of the 12 chairs. He doesn't stop until he is able to find his fortune, which ironically is not what he thought it would be. After 12 Chairs comes Blazing Saddles, a movie making fun of Wild West movie genre. Brooks' film literally is just racism being combated by stupidity and humor. He is eloquently able to turn the once hated black sheriff into a fan favorite and a town favorite as well. Young Frankenstein is a movie about Dr. Frederick Frankenstein going to collect his deceased dead father's fortune with his fiancée. He then recreates Frankenstein's monster while he falls in love with his assistant Inga, and his fiancée falls in love with the monster due to his larger male organ. Frederick and the monster end up bonding over Frankenstein's fortune and putting on the Ritz. By the end of the movie, everyone watching realizes how accurate the character's obsession with love and physical love, and also money, are. The entire story just becomes outrageous. The rest of Brooks's notable works are parodies of specific genres or series, such as Hitchcock, Robin Hood, Star Wars, and Dracula. Mel Brooks was able to use his multitude of talents to explain and challenge the ideas of love, money, and racism since his first popular skit, The 2,000-Year-Old Man, which he produced in 1963, to the production of The Producers on Broadway in 2001. His happy-go-lucky personality and his ability to enjoy life shows how truly wonderful and intellectual the man is at making humor the doctor's medicine. Mel Brooks was able to split apart the negative qualities of basic human nature, dissecting them, and then adding humor to make light of these character flaws. Obsession with racism, love, and money are not honorable characteristics, and Mel Brooks, through humor, took a stand against these horrible character flaws.